Hello, welcome back to Meta Perfume. I am Emily here again today with Twixie, but she's asleep, curled up on her chair, so you're not gonna see her, just me. So I'm continuing my series today with Sunset Fantasy by Britney Spears. My Britney Spears collection continues to grow. It seems like this is a never-ending stream of fantasies that I just can't keep up with. I ordered Candied Fantasy. I believe the main note is bubblegum. Never had a bubblegum strong fragrance in my collection, so that should be interesting. When the fantasies first come out, they're generally pretty reasonable. I think it was like less than $25. This is Sunset Fantasy. It was released in 2017. I'll cover this today. This fragrance is kind of tripping me out. Like, it's got some weird things happening, okay? I put in the thumbnail, I hate this fragrance. I hate this fragrance. I think it's gross. I thought I got rid of it and I was like, which fragrances should I do next? Let me grab a couple out of here. And I went and I was like, I still have this? Like, really? Okay. So I was like, okay, well, I'll do it, you know. Most of them I'm giving pretty good or okay reviews too, but this one, panning this, because this is, to me, to my nose, nasty. But the weird thing about this fragrance is that it's polarizing, like very, so I'll tell you. All right, let's just go over the notes, okay? So we'll start there. Notes, top notes are Italian Mandarin. They don't sound too bad, really. I mean, the notes sound decent, but we'll get into it. So top notes: Italian Mandarin, apple, blood grapefruit. Is that a thing? Come on, I've never heard of that. I don't think that's a thing. Do you think it's a thing? Tell me. There's blood orange. I don't know about blood grapefruit. Anyway, middle notes: peach, raspberry leaf. Really? The leaf? Like at the tea? Okay. And orange blossom. Base notes. This is where it all goes wrong for me. Completely wrong. Milk mousse, vanilla, amber, and Australian sandalwood. Now I love sandalwood. I like vanilla depending on how it's done. I do not like amber very much. Generally, a very tiny bit of amber might be fine, mixed well with other things, but if an amber note is prominent in a fragrance, it's likely I'm not gonna like it. And milk mousse. Now, this has definitively given me for sure that I do not like lactonic notes. Like, if that's what's doing this, milk mousse and amber, and to my nose, those are the two strongest notes, the milk mousse and the amber. And it smells like it's soured. Like, I don't think it ever smelled good. I don't think it changed. I think it just smells nasty. Like, seriously gross. So, I'm gonna smell it. Now, the weird thing is, this is discontinued now, right? Can't get it. I understand. But you can buy it secondhand, and now that it's discontinued, people are selling this for crazy amount of money. Look at this. $200 on, where was that? eBay? Like, wow. Gross. Like, oh my gosh. You can buy the little samples on FragranceNet for like $1.29 with a discount. So you can buy a sample of this, and if you love it, you can go on Mercari and buy it for $120. What? It's so gross, but people love it sometimes. Like, polarizing, super polarizing. People really like lactonic notes, and I saw 5-star reviews on this, and I was like, what? This is so gross. Anyway, enough of that. This fragrance, yeah, I cannot get over how yucky milk mousse and amber as a prominent fragrance smell to me. And whatever else they put in this makes no difference. That is just a deal breaker. But apparently I could sell this for a lot of money now on the secondhand market. So I have never actually listed anything on Mercari. I buy things on eBay all the time, but I haven't listed anything for sale. But at this point, I'm like, well, if somebody's gonna like this, if somebody really has, I don't even want to put, okay, one spray. Trixie. Okay. there's a little bit of redemption in the nose. Those top notes, mandarin orange, apple, blood grapefruit. The nose isn't awful, but the fragrance quickly becomes milk mousse, whatever that is, and amber, and it's not good in my nose. Obviously, you could have a totally different sense of smell. Everybody's different. Also, if you're noticing that my voice might be a little bit different, I've got a little bit of interesting news. I'm not going to, I think I might post a separate video on this. Let me know if you want me to, but I started chemotherapy on Thursday. I gave myself a mild case of breast cancer, apparently, using a hair removal device. And now I've got a year. I was gonna move. I was planning on moving out of the state, and now I've got to get treatment for a year, so I'm not moving. I'm staying here and getting treatment. And I can't even, I mean, yeah, I could do a separate video on it. I wasn't really gonna mention it, but it's making my voice weird right now. Like, I feel like that's why, because it has impacted my mouth more than anything else. I get a little bit of like exhaustion, but I'm kind of going peaks and valleys with that more than anything. Like, my salivary glands aren't really producing saliva the way they used to. My sense of taste is impacted. Things are a little more bland. Obviously, my voice seems to be getting impacted a little bit, but generally, I'm thankful because I feel like I've been really working hard to mitigate symptoms, watching a lot of YouTube videos about chemotherapy and breast cancer, and it actually is in my lymph nodes in my armpit. So, all right, I might post a separate video describing this in more detail, but just for background, I bought a laser hair removal, handheld at home laser hair removal device, because I've spent a decent chunk of money over the decades trying to do things like light laser therapy on my little area. And I was like, you know, if this thing can work, I can use it for different areas and save a lot of time. You know, that's really the impetus, is to save time, not to have to groom so much. So I decided to experiment and make sure that it was not a waste of time, and see if I could get the hair removal device to be effective, right? So I was like, what a perfect control to have one armpit that you don't touch with it, and one that you do, and you use it after every shower for maybe, I'm not even sure how long, maybe a year, but I'm not sure. It might have been a year and a half. And I put it on high power because my hair is kind of stubborn, it seems like, and figured that would be the most effective way to do it, right? So after, you know, a few times a week, every week after a shower for maybe a year, I realized there was no change in my armpit hair. My armpits looked exactly the same. And I was like, this thing is not effective on me. I guess some people it's effective. I've seen videos of people saying this is an effective device, not me. I said aloud one day at the end of my time, like trying this experiment, you better not give me cancer. Maybe that's what did it. Maybe it was the magic of my voice making that word, but it actually did. It did that. And the doctors are like, where's the primary? Where's the primary? All, it's like, I don't know how many lymph nodes are involved. They said they look at it on the ultrasound, and it's like at least 5 or 6, I think, all right here, exactly where I was shooting that IPL handheld device, and nothing anywhere else. They're confused. The doctors are confused. Where's the primary, which is what they expect to see the first spot of cancer start for breast cancer start in the breast. But no, I don't have any of that. I had a little spot. They biopsied that. There was no cancer in it. There is a lot of cancer exactly where I put that device. I've been vegan for 11 years, and I try to eat as healthy as possible. It is not coming through my diet. My diet is what's going to get me through the chemo and the treatment and get me back to health. My family has zero history. They did the genetic testing, the looking for the disease markers for cancer genes. I don't have any. I have none of that. No family history of breast cancer. Great diet. Very consciously trying to live the longest life I can. Yet wanting to save time with a handheld hair removal device. And here I am. And my first finishing, just getting through with the first of 6 chemo treatments that will last me 4.5 months, followed by a surgery, followed by more radiation, immunotherapy. And that's my life. So, Sunset Fantasy. If you like it, more power to you. Hopefully you will buy it from me for a lot of money because I think it's foul. I do not like a lactonic note very much at all, apparently, and amber rubs me the wrong way if it's in quantity, and it is both in this. It's starting to smell disgusting. Again, I sprayed it. The nose was minutely acceptable before it becomes overpowered by the other base, and yuck. Notes. It's gross. Anyway, that's my story. That's my life. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Also, if you know anybody else who's had unintended consequences using handheld at-home laser hair removal devices, please let me know. I would really love to get some more information on this. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Take care. Be well. Bye-bye.